everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and in today's video I am going to be reviewing one of my all-time favorite foundations, and as you all can tell by the title, that is, oh, I can't even hold up all of mine, Armani Luminous Silk. And I have several of these foundations and I've worn this formula for years, so this is a long overdue video. I've had it on my list to do for such a long time, and today is the day because whenever I want to feel special, whenever I want my skin to look like the best version of itself, I always know I can count on this foundation. And today was a pretty big day for me because we interviewed Fumi Fato on our Behind the Beauty series, and I wanted to make sure that I looked as beautiful as I could. Like, this is what I go to when I need to have something for these extra special moments, and it never disappoints. So here's what the box looks like that it comes in. This one is a newer bottle that I have. As you all can see, I have several bottles of this foundation. This is the newest one that I've purchased, and I actually bought a new color, but we'll get into that in a second. Let me give you guys a little bit more details about the foundation in case you have not tried it for yourself, which I don't know what you've been waiting on, but you need to go try it. Here's what the actual bottle looks like, and it's just a timeless shape, and it is so classy. They're always gonna bring a level of elegance to their products, and this foundation is no exception. I think that it is absolutely gorgeous in the way that it looks, and it makes me excited to use it. So the actual container that houses the product is a frosted glass, and the top is a black plastic, but the shape is just so sexy. I love the silhouette. So this foundation retails for $64, and it has 1 fluid ounce of product in it, or 30 milliliters, which is the standard amount of product that we typically get in a foundation. And this foundation has won so many awards and is so many makeup artists and celebrities' favorite products, and for good reason, because this foundation is bomb.com. They don't call it Luminous Silk for nothing. And I don't know exactly what year this foundation was created, but a fun fact that I learned from Rona, who is the premier face designer for Giorgio Armani Beauty, who was recently on our Behind the Beauty series as well. Hey Rona! She said that this foundation was created over 20 years ago and it has never been reformulated. So the original formulation that they created in the labs all those years ago remains true to this day, and that is very impressive. So the description for this foundation says, to reveal your inner light, inspired by Charmeuse silk, the fabric of emperors. This luminous foundation glides on weightlessly for a flawless live from within glow. It says it uses the exclusive microfill technology to sculpt and brighten. This buildable medium coverage foundation improves texture and blurs imperfection. It comes in 30 different shades to match every unique skin tone. The shades that I have kind of vary. In this video today, I'm going to be testing out the shade number 8. And the shade number 8 is my closest match. And I think that that one is my shade right now, being that I haven't been outside that much and the summer really hasn't gotten to me and I haven't gotten tan at all. But when I do get a little bit tan, I do tend to head for the shade number 9, which is just a little bit darker, but it still has that nice golden neutral undertone. And then recently I picked up a new shade, and this is my first time getting this shade. This one is one of the newer shade extensions that they've added onto the line. So that is the shade 8.25, which is a little bit more golden. And the shades 8 and the shade 9 are a little bit more neutral, but the shade 8.25 has that hint of a goldenness to it. So I like that one if I want to add a little bit more color to the skin. But right now, the shade 8 is pretty much identical to how my skin looks, and I love that. I want to show you all this foundation in action, so I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of me applying it, and I'll walk you through that process. Whenever I apply this foundation, it doesn't matter whether or not I use a sponge or a brush, because whichever way, I'm going to get the same beautiful application, because this foundation blends out so pretty like. And as you all can see, I'm using a sponge today, and I just squirt out maybe 2 pumps, and that's enough to do my entire face, because this foundation is very breathable and it is a buildable foundation, but I just find that it perfects the skin and it evens it out. So even if I'm able to see just a hint of an imperfection that I have on the face, because the finish of the foundation is so velvety smooth and it is so much like silk. I don't feel like I need a lot because just a little bit just evens me out, and it gives me the most luminous, beautiful, glowy, but yet satiny type finish. And I've not found another foundation that's able to do this for me in this way. So as you all can see, that finish is gorgeous, and any products that I put on top of it, any concealer, any powder, is going to play well because this foundation is the star. And that also speaks to how amazing this product is that you can apply any concealer and any powder with it and it's going to blend out, and you never have to worry about skipping on your cheek area or anything like that. And for me, I prefer to set this product with a powder just to ensure that it doesn't get oilier throughout the day in my T-zone area. I do have combination skin, and so I find that setting it helps me with the longevity of my makeup, but it is absolutely not necessary with this foundation because this foundation is more so of a satin or a natural matte type finish. You could just go in with the foundation without having to set it, but for me, I like to do that. But the finish of it is so pretty that you could just leave it as is and it will look incredible throughout the day. So I absolutely adore this foundation, as you all can tell, but I do want to do a wear test so you all can see how this foundation wears throughout the day. And I will check in periodically to give you all updates and you all can see how it looks. I am going to have to head out pretty soon and I will be wearing a mask, and so you'll be able to see how it holds up against that as well. So I hope that you all enjoy it and sit tight. Okay, so I am back, and this foundation has been on my face for 6 hours. I put it on at 8:30. It is now 2:30, and I went outside. I put on a mask, and I thought about vlogging, but the places that I went, it's not really vloggable today. So I'm like, let me just come back and let you all see the update. And this is what I'm looking like. Masked down. My foundation still is looking good. Granted, I did not have to have on my mask for a long time because I was not outside for a long time. But I had the mask on even if it were just for a short period of time, and I still think my makeup looks good. I ate a burger. I had a little spillage right here. I had to wipe it up, and I still think that my makeup looks good. And like I said with this foundation, the longer you have it on, the better, in my opinion, that it looks. I still think that it looks really nice, very flawless, very seamless, and I just think it looks smooth, even with my oils breaking through. So I'm here for it. I'm going to keep it on for a few more hours, and I'll come back and I'll let you all see the final breakdown of it. But so far, you feel me? That's all I have to say. But I'll be back. So I am back, and it has been 12 hours, which is way longer than the time that I typically take to test out a foundation. And the only reason that I did this is because I've been so busy today, and I've had so many amazing opportunities, and today was such a great day. And I can't necessarily say everything that I've been doing today, but just know your girl has been, you know, just so blessed and highly favored. So thank you all so much for everything that you do. But in the midst of me working so hard today, I've had the opportunity to have this foundation on for 12 hours, and this is what I'm looking like. And because today has been so hectic for me, I've not been able to touch up my foundation nor my lip. So I am here for everything, and I will have all of my makeup details down in the description box. But this foundation, it just is incomparable. I love it so much. It is one of my favorite foundations for a reason. And Mother made it herself. So you all already know it was that extra touch of sprinkle of magic from Mother Pat McGrath that just really solidified and made this foundation what it is. And so from there, I already knew that this was always going to be in my rotation. So as long as they make this foundation, I will continue to buy it. And the day that they decide that they're not, I will be on Mr. Armani's doorstep like, knock, knock, knock. Sir, give me back my Luminous Silk. But let's just pray that day never happens. But I love this foundation. As you all see, my oils have broken through, but my foundation still looks beautiful. I still think that my skin looks nice. I feel comfortable going out looking like how I look, even with my makeup having been on for 12 hours. And where do they do that at? And I will answer you. In Armani. That's where they do that. And so I love it. I cannot speak highly enough about it. I'm happy that they have more shade extensions, so hopefully more people will be able to experience and love the foundation the same way that I do. And I want to know if you all have ever tried it down in the comment section. If you have, let me know your experience with it. Do you prefer to apply it with a brush or a sponge? Let me know all the tea. I look forward to reading what you guys have to say. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super super soon. Smooches. Bye.